Hey, we are back again, still celebrating Black Music Month with the Inspire You Network. I'm your girl, the Bams.
And I am Al Wheaton. Hello, Bams.
Hey, Al. So, as you know, we have spent almost the entire month of June celebrating Black music. And it is my utmost gracious, excellent privilege to have Miss J Song joining us today. How are you, Miss J Song?
I'm good. How are you guys? I'm excited to
Wonderful.
be here.
We're excited to have you, y'all. She's a real songbird. I can't wait till we get to the music so y'all can hear her. But we're so excited to have you.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you for coming. So, as you know, we dive right on in. We want to know, what about music inspires you?
Let's see, where can I start? So music inspires me mentally, emotionally. I love to write, I call it life music because I love to write about life, and it's also relatable to everybody. So just a good beat is good. Don't get me wrong, I love a good melody, a good beat, but lyrics for me does it. It just does it for me.
Mm-hmm. Understood. That's how I need you to speak to me through the lyrics and through the beat.
Yes, I need both of them.
Yeah, girl, yeah. So in knowing that that is what music does for you, and you've been I heard you sing numerous times and you have a beautiful voice, but how long have you been singing and what inspired you to begin singing?
Okay, so let's see. I've been singing for a long time, probably since I was a little girl. I would say maybe like 6 or 7 years old. And really what inspired me was I come from a musical background. My mom and my grandmother and my aunts, they're all ministers and ministers of music. So I started in church. And so I was kind of pushed into it. You know how you growing up in a family that go to church, you know, you gonna sing, you gonna do something. And so that's what really, right, you gotta pick one. And so that's really what inspired me. I started singing in church and I just, branched off from there.
Okay. And Al, you're a preacher's kid, a PK, so you know all about get up there in that choir stand and sing.
Right.
Oh yeah. Or lead devotion, or lead call to worship, or do this. Oh, go do this, and he'll do it. So, Jason, you talked about your mom and your grandmother being ministers in the church, and you're in the genre of gospel. What led that, if you want to call it your preferred method? Because a lot of times people start off at gospel and branch off into another form of music. Why have you stayed in gospel? What has led you that way?
My relationship with God. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I love all types of music. Don't get me wrong. I love inspirational music, but what really got me to sticking with gospel is my relationship with God. And again, back to those lyrics. Nothing like a good inspirational gospel music. And even if you're not into church or religion, I feel like there's some type of gospel song out there that you can relate to that have brought you through some tough times, some hard times. So I love it.
So let's kind of stay right there, since you talk about lyrics, and I like to hear that you're a writer and you're coming up with material that's based on your faith and what you believe in. Let's talk about a little bit about the evolution of gospel music, especially from, say, the 70s, 80s, 90s to today. It has really grown a lot. What's your opinion of the evolution of gospel music through the ages?
My opinion of that is growth. I feel like back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, I think it's in a circle, like it's all coming back, it's all revolving, and it all points back to the same thing, which is God. So you have different writers like Jonathan McReynolds, then you have Kim Burrell. It's such a wide range of a difference in gospel music. So I definitely think gospel music has evolved.
Oh yeah, and I can agree with that because growing up, I remember hearing gospel music on gospel radio stations in the car or at church. I didn't really hear it other places, but nowadays you hear it everywhere. Before the pandemic hit and you were going to stores, they were playing gospel music. They have gospel music as theme songs from shows or in movies, so it's absolutely expanded and been well received, and that's what I think that has happened with gospel. So knowing that you perform gospel, you grew up in gospel, I'm sure you listen to more than gospel.
Oh, definitely.
Since we're discussing Black music for Black Music Month, what other genres of music do you favor, or what other performers do you like?
Okay, so outside of gospel, I would say Jazmine Sullivan. She's a little low key right now, but when she hit the scene, I finally felt like I could connect to someone that had that same depth, that had that same raspiness. Because you got your Beyonce's, you know, the high pitch, but I have a lower register. So when Jazmine Sullivan came out, I was like, somebody that kind of sounds like me.
I can totally see that. The range, the girl, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I love Jazmine Sullivan. I like a lot of older music as well, like Lauryn Hill. Who else? Jill Scott. I mean, like I like that.
I can see that. I can see that. Good to know. Good to know. Well, we are here talking about music. We have to hear this voice. So tell us, what are you going to perform for us today?
So today I'm going to perform a song that I feel like everybody could relate to, and something that everybody knows, and it's Made Away by Travis Green. And I picked this song because of this time, and, you know, with everything that's going on with the pandemic and other issues, I feel like time and time again, God has always made a way, and this song is a constant reminder that he's going to make a way out of no way. And he has made a way out of no way for everybody. So,
right.
Awesome. Well, I am excited. And if you ready, we are ready for you. It's your time to shine.
All right. You made a way, yeah. Don't know how, but you did it. You made a way. Don't know how, but you did it. You made a way. Standing here, not knowing how to get through this test, but holding on to faith, you know best. Nothing can catch you by surprise, 'cause you got it figured out, and you're watching us now. But when it looks as if you can win, wrap us in your arms and shelter. Everything we need you supply. You got this in control, and now we know that you made a way. When our backs was against the wall, and it looked as if it was over, you made a way. Now we're standing here only because you made a way. Yeah. You made a way. So now we're here, looking back on where we come from. Because of you and nothing we've done, you deserve the love and mercy you've shown. But your grace was strong enough to pick us up, and you made a way. When our backs were, and it looked like, you made a way. Now we're standing here only because, you made a way. Yeah, yeah. And it looked like, you made a way. Now we're standing here only because you made away. Now this is my favorite part of the song. Hey, you move mountains, hey, and you cause walls to fall with your power, yeah. Perform miracles, and there is nothing that's impossible. And we're standing here only because you made. And you cause walls to fall with your power, yeah. Perform miracles, and there is nothing that's impossible. And we're standing here only because you move mountains, you cause walls to fall, and with your power, perform miracles. There is absolutely nothing. There is absolutely nothing that's impossible. Only because, Lord, we're standing here. Only because, Lord, we're standing here. Only because, oh, yeah. Time and time again, you made a way. When I look back over my life, you made a way. Every single time you made a way. I don't know how, but you did it. You made a way. I don't know how, but you did it. You made a way. I don't know why, but I'm grateful. I don't know why. I don't know why. Lord, I don't know why. Lord, I thank you because you made a way. And I don't know why. Lord, I don't know why. Oh, yeah. And we're standing here only because you made a way. Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
I think what I love most about you singing is you have so much character that comes from your smile. Like it's like what's inside of you comes out through your vocals, but it's all in your emotion in your face. If that makes sense.
Oh, it does.
So you draw me in with that, girl.
Thank you so
Awesome,
much.
awesome. You all right over there, Preacher's Kid?
I am good, thanking J-Song, and she is right. That's a very befitting song for the time that you made a way, because Zoom made the way for this to happen, because we would love to do this in person, but we're making a way through Zoom from the man up above. So I think that was a very befitting song that you gave us, J-Song. So tell us, what are your platforms? How can people reach out to you? How can they get in contact with you? How can they buy your music, girl?
Listen, I dropped my first single this year. I'm so excited about that.
Awesome.
It's titled See Me Through. You can actually download it on all digital outlets. I also do something called Pop-Up Worship, which hopefully will happen in September. We're not really sure. But with Pop-Up Worship, I've been doing it for maybe a year and a half. You just pop up and worship. It's just that simple. And so we do that, but you can find me on Facebook at J-Song or Jessica White J-Song. And then on Instagram, it's JSong_the_artist. I also have a website, it's jsongmusic.org. So that is how you can find me.
Awesome. We want to thank you for gracing us with your talent. Thank you for gracing us with your knowledge, and thank you for celebrating Black Music Month with us. So before we go, I just want to know, do you have anything else you'd like to say to our listeners and followers?
I just want to say first, thank you guys again for opening up this platform, especially for our local artists and singers and worshipers and rappers and art just in general. I really thank you. I'm just a little country girl from Citronelle who just trying to make a difference. So I just want to thank you guys for that.
Well, you are making a huge difference, and we are truly grateful to have you grace us on our platform with your talent, because it is truly, truly anointed. Thank you so much for joining us. Alberto, you ready to roll out?
We are ready to roll out. Thank you once again for joining us for another episode as we continue to pay homage to Black Music Month the entire month. Tune in, Inspire You Network will have you covered.
And if nothing else, do me a favor. I understand they've eased up on the rules and protocols and processes. But if you're going to go out, wear your mask, practice social distancing, and remember, your vote is your voice. Get out and vote. And nonetheless, happy Father's Day, Al. And we want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers as we are debuting on Father's Day. So to each and every father out there doing their thing, happy Father's Day from the Inspire You Network and Jason.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We'll be back, as we told you, with more for the celebration of Black Music Month with the Inspire You Network. Until next time, bye y'all.